leaving a frozen chicken on the counter for the whole day, to holding in a sneeze, or even holding a sneezing chicken. It turns out there are so many everyday things almost all of us are doing wrong. Let's see what can be done about that. Here's our list, counting down from number 17. Defrosting at room temperature or under hot water. As soon as meat gets warmer than 40 degrees Fahrenheit, the bacteria that was in there before it was frozen starts to multiply. To prevent that from happening, plan your cooking ahead and defrost your stuff in the refrigerator. If you can't wait that long, submerge meat in a leak-proof package in cold tap water and change the water every 30 minutes. 16. Looking down at your phone for hours. In case you often hold your phone down near your chest or lap for a long time, you can get so-called text neck. This bent position can lead to a stiff neck, pain, muscular weakness, and headaches. To avoid that, bring your gadget up to eye level, take breaks from your phone to stretch your neck and maintain posture even while you're sitting, or just turn the darn thing off for a while. 15. Not using cold water at the end of your shower. I know it's hard to be a fan of cold showers, but alternating hot and cold water will help you improve your skin condition, blood circulation, lymphatic flow, immune system, and even release stress and stimulate weight loss. Start with your normal warm shower and at the end, turn the temperature down for 10 seconds. Then work your way up to 30 seconds. 14. Brushing your teeth right after a meal. Brushing your teeth right after eating will do you more harm than good, especially after foods containing citric acid or sugar, like oranges, grapefruits, lemons, or soda. All of the above weaken your tooth enamel, and brushing right after eating them can easily damage it. It would be better to wait for at least 30 minutes after the meal, or brush your teeth before it and drink a glass of water afterwards to get rid of the acids. 13. Flossing before brushing your teeth. Flossing is way more effective when you do it after brushing your teeth with your final rinse still in your mouth. When you brush your teeth, you remove the larger particles that got stuck in between them. Flossing will help get rid of the smaller debris and also spread the fluoride from your toothpaste into the crevices between your teeth. 12. Washing your face after your workout, but not before. It's important to wash your face properly and remove any makeup or dirt before a workout session. Right, guys? If you don't, it can all combine with the sweat and clog your pores. As you wash it off after the training session, you'll only rub in more sweat, dirt, and oil into your skin, which might give you skin problems later. So, wash your face before the workout and dab it with a cotton towel during the session to avoid pushing dirt into your pores. Gently wash your face once you're done exercising. 11. Not washing pre-washed salad. Pre-washed on the package doesn't mean that the product is 100% clean and ready to be used for your salad. There's always a chance that the package also contains some dirt, bugs, or chemicals. So play it safe and spend an extra 2 minutes on washing your food so you don't get sick after you've eaten it. 10. Piling food in the center of the plate when you microwave it. When you pile your food in the center of the plate, the microwave can't evenly heat it since its radiation doesn't travel too far and only works on the outer edges of the plate. When you spread food into the shape of a ring around the plate, you'll get all of it properly heated. Number 9. Bringing electronics into bed with you. Scrolling through your social media feed or playing your favorite game right before bed isn't as harmless as you might think. First, the light from the phone screen that shines directly into your eyes decreases the production of the hormone melatonin, which regulates your sleep. Second, it'll make you feel more tired and affect your concentration. So keep your phone out of your room during bedtime. Read a book or listen to some relaxing music instead. If you absolutely have to check your gadget for some reason, at least set it into night shift mode. This will decrease the harmful blue light level. 8. Washing your hands after putting on sunscreen. If you're wearing sunscreen, and you should be, you'll naturally want to wash it off your hands after applying it. However, they also get exposed to sun rays and need protection. As you wash your hands during the day, put SPF cream back on like your normal moisturizer, and don't ignore your nails either. This will help prevent skin aging and other more serious health issues. 7. Holding in a sneeze. Holding your nose while sneezing can be very dangerous, from having air trapped in your chest between both lungs to breaking your eardrum or ballooning the blood vessels in your brain. Sneezing is the natural way for our nose to reset and remove bacteria and dust. It's better not to interrupt this process. If you don't want to make a mess while sneezing, just cover your mouth area with a napkin or your hands, but don't squeeze your nose. Number 6. Holding in gas. Holding gas in your body can make your abdomen extend, and it could even get absorbed by your circulation, which means you could exhale some of it through your mouth. When you feel like you need to let it out, find a secluded place and do it. If it happens to you too often, try to chew slower when you eat. This will reduce the air in your stomach. Also, avoid foods that can make you produce gas, like beans. If that doesn't help, see a doctor. 5. Topping off your contact lenses solution. When you just add a few drops of fresh solution into your lens case, you aren't doing it any good. When a contact soaks in solution for a while, the mix loses its biocide, the substance that kills bacteria, and so it becomes useless as a disinfector. So fill the case with entirely fresh solution for proper disinfection. 4. Using headphones to listen to loud music. Sometimes the music is so good you can't help turning the volume up to harmful levels. Listening to loud blasting beats can lead to hearing damage and even hearing loss. Get yourself some quality headphones with noise isolation, so when you listen to music on the street, you don't have to turn them up louder to overpower the noise around you. And if you're listening to music in a quiet place, lower the volume and shorten the playing time. 3. Drinking coffee right after you wake up. Your body produces a hormone called cortisol, which is also called a stress hormone, since its production increases when you're scared or stressed. The production of this hormone is high in the morning, and caffeine interferes with this process. The body then creates less of it and relies on the caffeine more, giving you an energy boost from the coffee instead of your own body. So if you can't go without a morning cup, drink one no earlier than 3 hours after you wake up. Number 2. Choosing the hand dryer over paper towels. Whoever told you hand dryers are more sanitary than paper towels wasn't exactly an expert in this field. In fact, as you rub your hands under a machine that draws in bathroom air, you're exposing them to large numbers of bacteria you're unaware of. So go for a paper towel instead. The good news is many of them are made from recycled and biodegradable materials these days. Number 1. Using antibacterial products. Most antibacterial soaps contain an ingredient called triclosan. Certain bacteria can undergo a mutation when they come into contact with it. This can make them resistant to it and to some other antibiotics, like the ones that are used to treat tuberculosis, for example. It might lead to antibacterial resistance, though this has only been demonstrated in a lab. Nothing kills bacteria better than good old soap. Try to wash your hands with it when you have a chance, instead of using a sanitizer. It's your personal sanctuary, your private concert stage, the place where all your most ingenious ideas and random thoughts pop into your head, and other things just pop out. I'm talking about the bathroom, also known as the restroom, lavatory, and for you engineers out there, it's the cubicle digestive elimination venue. Wait, you don't sing in the bathroom? You should try it. You sound great. Anyways, when it comes to what you're doing in there, are you making some of these most common sanitation mistakes? Number 1. Are you paying attention to your toothbrush? It's getting lonely. Well, not really. Your toothbrush is home to more than 10 million bacteria, including E. coli. This nasty germ can cause diarrhea and vomiting. That's why it's so important to rinse your toothbrush thoroughly after each use and buy a new one every 3 months. You can also soak it in an antiseptic once a week to disinfect it. Forget about those toothbrush caps, they only make it that much easier for bacteria to grow. And please don't keep it on the counter. You'll find out why later on, and trust me, it ain't pretty. Just store your toothbrush in the medicine cabinet. 2. When did you buy that loofah? You can't really get clean in the shower if you're rubbing germs all over your body. Yep, they dwell in your loofah too if you don't change it enough. It happens because dead skin cells get trapped in the sponge, and with all that steam from the shower, microorganisms start to multiply. You should throw away your loofah if it's older than 3 weeks. When you get a new one, don't forget to dry it thoroughly after each use. Also, if your new sponge doesn't contain any plastic, you can throw it in the microwave for 20 seconds every week for disinfection. Number 3. Are you washing your hands correctly? Your parents might have told you to scrub your hands in hot water because it eliminates bacteria better, but that's a misconception. Higher temperatures are more effective at fighting germs, but only if the water is 212 degrees Fahrenheit. In other words, when it's boiling. Ow! This means there's no difference in washing up with hot or cold water if you scrub, rinse, and dry them properly. In both cases, you'll remove pretty much the same number of bacteria. The problem is, the average person doesn't spend enough time washing their hands. It should last at least 20 seconds. So next time you're scrubbing up, sing the happy birthday song twice in your head. And don't forget to get under those nails. 4. Do you go overboard with the exfoliation? Exfoliating your body in the shower is a great way to remove dead skin cells and dirt. But if you do it way too often, it can dry out your skin. That in turn disrupts the skin's natural pH balance, which will cause it to produce even more oil to compensate for the dryness. Then you get clogged pores and body acne, and yeah, it's a whole mess. Those natural oils are important because they work as a protective barrier. But if you strip them from over-exfoliation, your skin might become irritated and more sensitive to the sun. So, no need to use scrubs or aggressive washcloths more than once a week. 5. Does your shower curtain fit the tub? First of all, why does it matter so much? Well, the answer is simple. If your shower curtain is too long and wide for your tub, it'll keep bulging and folding in different places. Those places become damp, humid, and confined after each shower. And that's a perfect environment for mold to grow. Mold not only looks gross, it's also harmful to your health. If you can't find the perfect size curtain for your shower, trim the one you have on the sides and bottom. Also, don't forget to pull it closed after every shower to make sure it dries completely between uses. Number 6. Do you wash your face in the shower? I know it saves you time, but hot water inevitably dries out your skin. You already know by now what situation that leads to, but that doesn't mean you need the other extreme. Washing your face with freezing cold water can lead to broken blood vessels, causing little thread veins to appear. The best option here is to use lukewarm water and do it over the sink. Number 7. Do you use a towel after a shower? Well, yeah, everybody does, right? Sure, but the secret here is how exactly you use your towel to dry off. If you vigorously rub it all over your body, then it can irritate the skin and strip off those oh-so-important natural oils. It's better to gently pat your skin with a towel post-shower. And if you're going to use any moisturizer, put it on right away after you've stepped out of the shower. This will lock in added moisture while your pores are still open from hot water and steam. Number 8. Do you flush the right way? Yep, there is a right way to do it, and it's with the lid down. If you flush the toilet while the lid is up, then get ready for this. Tiny particles from whatever you just left in the toilet will spray up in the air over a 15-foot radius. So that toothbrush you decided to leave on the counter anyways, your towels, toilet paper, everything gets covered in, stuff. It's as if your toilet just sneezed all over everything. Microbiologists call this phenomenon a toilet plume and say those particles can carry infectious bacteria. If a person flushes the toilet the wrong way, it's potentially dangerous to not only their health, but also anyone they live with. So do yourself and everyone else a favor by closing the lid before you flush. Number 9. Is your toilet brush clean enough? Like flushing, here's something most of us do without even thinking about it. You grab the toilet brush, clean around the bowl, and immediately put it back in the holder. That'd be a bad idea, since that wet brush plus a small compact area only equals one thing: germs and bacterial growth. The toilet brush should soak in water mixed with bleach for a bit and then be dried fully. The holder needs to be disinfected too. Of course, doing it every time after you've done your business seems like a real hassle, but try to do it at least twice a month. And here's a useful tip. When you're done using it, place the handle of the brush under the seat with the head hanging over the bowl. That way, it can drip dry right into the water, but the seat will keep it from falling in. That's clever. Number 10. Do you wear shower shoes? No, I'm not talking about at the community pool or gym. You should wear some shower shoes even in your own bathroom. Many people wrongly believe that the dirtiest place in a bathroom is the toilet seat. But in reality, the floor has much more bacteria, especially if you don't follow that lid closing tip. So in addition to scrubbing and disinfecting your floor frequently, don't walk on it barefoot. Number 11. Where do you keep your towels? Keeping them right there in the bathroom might seem like a great idea because it's so convenient. But the humid environment is what mold and mildew need to start growing, as you already know. And your fluffy towels, along with any other fabrics in the bathroom, aren't immune. Unless you want to pat fungus all over your body, you'll want to store your towels elsewhere. I'd also recommend ditching the towel you keep hanging near the shower. Remember, all those folds equal mold. And bring a clean one with you each time. Number 12. You using a medicine cabinet for medicine? This cabinet might be designed to hold all your medicine, supplements, band-aids, and whatnot. But don't let that fool you. Medicine works well not only if you follow the doctor's orders about its usage and dosage, but also if you store it in the right conditions. The heat and moisture in your bathroom can mess with its chemistry. Some pills might even go bad long before the expiration date. The best place to keep them is in your dresser drawer or a kitchen cabinet far away from a sink, stove, or any other hot appliances. There you go! Now you'll have room in the medicine cabinet for your toothbrush. 13. Are you making the most of your cleaning? It's safe to assume that most people want a clean bathroom. But not many are aware of the little secret that can make a cleaning sesh even more effective. All you have to do is heat up the bathroom. Raising the air temperature by 10 degrees will be enough to make the alkaline cleansers you use work their magic better and faster. No need to blast the furnace or anything. Simply fill the tub with the hottest water you can get and wait for a few minutes. The steam from the water will help you make your bathroom sparkling clean, so you don't have to think twice about putting your bare bottom on that toilet seat. Pretty cheeky, huh?
10 morning habits that can ruin your day. Wake up on the wrong side of the bed this morning? Perhaps it's because you're guzzling down a bunch of coffee or jumping in a hot shower right after you wake up. Here are some things you should never do in the morning to ensure you start your day off on the right foot. 10. Hitting the snooze button. There's no sound more awful than your alarm clock going off at 6 in the morning, except for maybe the second time you hear it 10 minutes later. While we're all guilty of it, smashing that snooze button is a surefire way to start your day off all wrong. That's because when you fall back asleep in between alarms, you enter into a new sleep cycle without completing it. This makes you feel even more groggy and disoriented than you did when you awoke to your first alarm. According to sleep expert Adam Tishman, waking up to an alarm for a second or third time can really confuse your brain, causing a foggy feeling known as inertia. This inertia sticks with you for the rest of the day, meaning you'll be feeling sleepy for hours to come. So next time your alarm goes off, as hard as it may be, just take a deep breath, get up, and get going. 9. Checking your phone. When you first open your eyes in the morning, you can't fight the urge to see what's new on social media. While this is a very common morning habit for most of us, looking at your phone right after you open your eyes can cause you to feel unnecessary stress and anxiety before you even get up to brush your teeth. This can set you up to be in a bad mood for the rest of the day, leaving you with an unclear head. The same goes for checking your emails right after waking up. Instead of sleeping with your phone on your nightstand or even under your pillow, leave it in the other room so that you're not tempted to scroll through it in bed. Get your morning started and try not to glance at your phone until you're having breakfast. It may be a hard habit to break, but you'll be glad you did. 8. Drinking coffee first thing. While there isn't anything wrong with enjoying a steaming cup of joe in the morning, this shouldn't be the first thing you sip on after waking up. Go for a glass of water instead, at least as your first beverage of the day. Not only does this hydrate you after hours of not drinking anything, it also gives your metabolism a nice kickstart. Drinking water right after you wake up is also great for your gut since it flushes out any toxins that were sitting in your body as you slept. It also helps prevent constipation. And according to Raina Badane, a nutritionist and author of the 1-1-1 diet, drinking water first thing in the morning increases your alertness as well. The first glass of water actually regulates body and brain function, which can influence your mood for the day. Just be sure the water is at room temperature so that it doesn't shock your body and close it off to receiving all those great H2O benefits. 7. Not making the bed. While this is a super quick and easy task you can do every morning, a lot of us skip on it. Many people think that making their bed is pointless. You're just gonna get back in it later, so why waste time making it? Who's gonna see it anyway? Well, even so, making your bed can actually set you up for success. By making your bed every morning, you're completing a healthy ritual that will carry you into your day. You'll be more productive and motivated to tackle the day ahead. 6. Eating empty carbs and sugar for breakfast. Remember back in school when they'd say breakfast was the most important meal of the day? Well, they were right. Eating a healthy, hearty breakfast is a great way to set yourself up for the day ahead. While a croissant or donut is easy to eat on the go, these sugar-filled treats will give you energy that doesn't last very long at all. Once your blood sugar crashes, you'll be left feeling even more tired than you did before you ate. Instead, opt for a protein-rich breakfast. This will keep you fuller for longer, and it'll give you long-lasting energy to keep you productive and focused all day long. Or at least until that after-lunch crash. 5. Leaving the curtains closed. Bright light in the morning isn't always welcome. Plus, you need to give your tired eyes some time to adjust, right? Believe it or not, bringing a little light to your room in the morning is a great way to wake yourself up. According to life coach Kirkland Shave, natural sunlight releases cortisol in the body, which helps you concentrate and make smart decisions throughout the day. If you choose to get ready for your day in darkness, your body's inner clock can get confused and assume it's still nighttime. This means your brain will stay in sleep mode, leaving you feeling sluggish for the rest of the morning and even into the afternoon. 4. Saving stretches and exercises for the evening. When you wake up in the morning, doesn't it feel awesome to get a good stretch? That's because you're releasing fluid that's accumulated in your spinal discs and cause them to expand. This, in turn, can leave you feeling stiff, especially in your back. That's why it's a great idea to slowly stretch after you wake up. Don't do any strenuous exercising or stretching first thing in the morning, though. You can hurt yourself since your muscles and discs aren't warmed up yet. Once you do some very gentle stretching and go about your morning, you can begin your exercise routine. People who exercise in the morning tend to stick with their routine more than people who work out in the evening. That's because you can come up with a bunch of excuses not to work out as the day progresses. And according to a 2014 study conducted by Dick Jones Communications, exercising in the morning helps people to better manage their work-life balance. And this reduces their stress levels. So even if you are a bit tired, push yourself to get a little exercise. Your body and mind will thank you. 3. Brushing your teeth after breakfast. Isn't it logical to brush your teeth after your first meal of the day? That way, you get rid of all that food stuck in your teeth. Brushing your teeth after breakfast may do more harm than good. You see, if you consume something acidic like coffee or fruit, that acid thins the enamel of your teeth. That's why it's best to brush those pearly whites just after you wake up. 2. Making phone calls. Are you in the mood to have long chats with someone first thing in the morning? Yeah, neither is anybody else. That's why it's best to save important phone calls for late in the morning instead of early on. People need time to wake up and get their bearings before they can think about important things to talk about on the phone. It's best to wait until about 9:30 a.m. to start making phone calls. If you absolutely have to reach out to someone, it's always a safe bet to shoot them a text or email so that they know what to expect when you do pick up the phone and call them. Hey, it's all about manners. 1. Taking a hot shower. A nice hot shower feels so great after you wake up. But it doesn't exactly wake you up now, does it? That's because the heat of the water tells your body to relax its muscles. It can even slow down your heart rate. Once this happens, you'll feel really relaxed and even sleepy. But you can't go back to bed. It's time to head to work or school. While it may sound unappealing at first, taking a quick cold shower is a much better alternative. Not only does it never fail to wake you up, it also puts you in a good mood. No joke. The cold makes your brain release feel-good endorphins and natural adrenaline. If you can't stomach a cold shower, at least take a lukewarm one. Just try not to hang out in there too long.
It's been said that first you make your habits, and then your habits make you, good or bad. You obviously know that going to bed too late, smoking, and eating too much is unhealthy for you. However, there are things you'd never expect to cause you any harm, yet they do. From stifling your sneeze to whispering, there's real danger in seemingly innocent habits. Right now, let's examine 13 habits you might want to review. Before you change your life for the better, with or without certain habits, don't miss your chance to get unlimited access to a pretty addicting but 100% safe source. Click the subscribe button and give that notification bell a ring to always stay on the bright side of life. Counting down from number 13, stifling a sneeze. As harmless as it seems, stifling a sneeze puts the following at risk: your respiratory system, blood vessels, brain, and, in the worst-case scenario, esophagus. The main function of sneezing is to get rid of bacteria, viruses, and dust particles. When you stifle your sneeze, you don't let the body remove these things. But that's not all. Imagine what would happen if you tried to shoot a gun when the barrel was covered. Well, the same happens inside your nose. The entire power of the sneeze goes back and can hurt your hearing, increase your blood pressure, and damage your esophagus. The medical journal BMJ Case Reports shared the report of a 34-year-old British man who hadn't sneezed in 30 years because he found it unhygienic. It literally gave him a pain in the neck, accompanied by swelling caused by air bubbles in his muscles and deep in his body tissue. Gesundheit! Number 12. Using toothpicks. If you frequently use toothpicks to give your smile a quick fix after lunch, you're causing your gums a lot of pain. That's why dentists don't like toothpicks. They are quite harmless to the enamel, but the gums are in danger. And it is almost impossible to clean your mouth with a toothpick. To keep your mouth clean, use dental floss. It's important that you do it correctly, so learn how to use it first. and then it'll become your best tooth cleaning friend. Number 11. Sleeping face down on your pillow. I know it's comfortable, but it's also pretty harmful to sleep face down on your pillow. Happily, smothering yourself to death is not on the list. However, in this position, breathing is hard. The neck is in an unnatural position, blood circulation worsens, and your neck vertebrae are in danger. Now, if that's not scary enough, doctors warn that the wrinkles you might have after sleeping in this position will soon become permanent. If you don't want to age prematurely, try sleeping on your back instead. Most chiropractors agree that it's the best position for your overall health. Number 10. Shelling seeds with your teeth. Hey, do you like sunflower seeds? If so, do you shell them with your teeth? If you answered yes, your teeth and gallbladder might be suffering. The proper way to shell seeds is with your hands, never with your teeth. Dentists can always recognize a seed eater by specific tooth damage. People who have gallbladder problems shouldn't eat them at all to limit their intake of fatty foods. Number 9. Chewing on something solid. People who love chewing on pens, pencils, paper clips, and other solid objects usually have huge enamel problems as they're hurting their teeth, gums, and mouth. This is also why you shouldn't try to open bottles with your teeth, you knucklehead, or eat whole nuts, ice cubes, and lollipops. Plus, you don't want to get an infection now, do you? Number 9. Postponing a trip to the bathroom. Something I never do. In June 2018, a 10-year-old gamer from Great Britain was hospitalized after he spent 8 hours playing a game nonstop. His intestines and bladder were so bloated that doctors thought he had a cancerous tumor. All doctors agree that you shouldn't keep it in. If you do, you might injure your muscles, which can lead to a urinary tract infection and constipation. So why put your kidneys, urinary system, and intestine at risk? Number 7. Washing your hair with hot water. If you love taking a shower in very hot water, it's high time you stop doing so. Firstly, it's damaging for your brain's blood vessels and can give you a bad headache and dizziness. This was proved by a group of scientists in Hong Kong back in 2005. Secondly, hot water stimulates the function of the sebaceous glands on the scalp, and so your hair gets dirty really quickly. Number 6. Touching your face and rubbing your eyes. If you touch your face with your hands fairly often, you can get a whole variety of different skin infections, like acne, herpes, and many more. If you rub your eyes, you can get conjunctivitis, which is an unpleasant infectious disease that involves inflammation, tearing, burning, and light sensitivity. Fun, huh? Number 5. Chewing bubblegum too often. There are several consequences of chewing bubblegum too often. The chewing process stimulates the production of gastric juice. If you chew gum before eating, you can get gastritis and possibly an ulcer. Chewing gum is also harmful to your teeth. As the saliva production increases, it can eat right through teeth and dental fillings. Finally, it also impacts your memory. A research team at Cardiff University led by Kate Morgan found that it improves memorization and helps you concentrate on tasks that require long observation. But it impairs short-term memory, making you less focused. Number 4. Reading while lying in bed. Your mom probably told you this many times, and she was right. While reading in bed, you're putting your eyes, spinal cord, and neck skin at risk. Follow these rules to stay on the safe side. Don't keep the book too close to your eyes, and don't curve your back or strain your neck. Never read lying on your side. The distance to the book will constantly change, and your eyes will have to do more work. And don't read lying on your belly either, as you can damage your spinal cord this way. Number 3. Licking small wounds and blowing on them. What is the first thing you want to do when you cut your finger? Blow on it or lick it? Back in 2002, scientists from Harvard University calculated that more than 600 species of microorganisms live in people's mouths. Gets kinda crowded in there. Among all these organisms, there are always staphylococci and streptococci. Blood on a wound is the perfect place for them to thrive. Therefore, you should apply special medicine to the wound, or it will take much longer for it to heal. Number 2. Whispering. If you think there's nothing as harmless as whispering, you're wrong. Research conducted by scientist and ex-vocalist Dr. Robert Sataloff showed that most people strain their vocal cords when whispering. This increases the chance of micro-injuries of the larynx, which is especially dangerous for people who have to talk a lot. Like me, I love danger. Number 1. Using a phone while in the bathroom. Hey Bob, what you doing? It's not only about phones. The same rule goes for newspapers and books. This is because sitting on the toilet for more than 5 minutes increases the pressure in your veins. And the reason why cell phones are especially bad is we don't leave them in the bathroom when we're done. Instead, we take them with us, which helps to spread bacteria, all those little bugs hitchhiking on your smartphone. Ooh. As a result, both your overall hygiene and anus are at risk. Bonus: using a cotton swab for nose hygiene. We've all heard it's wrong, but is it really? Even though many experts don't recommend sticking anything into your nose, there are some cases when using a cotton swab is better than using your finger or a solution. If you've had rhinoplasty, clearing the mucus out of your nose is only possible with a cotton swab, because if you blow your nose, you might cause bleeding or, even worse, damage that will require your surgeon to do all the work again. When you need to wash your nose with a solution, you don't want it to go too deep. Soak a cotton swab in the solution and cover the inside of your nostrils with it. Be careful. If you stick a cotton swab too far up your nose, you can injure yourself. Whenever you can, leave this work to a professional nose swabber.